Some might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free. I am my heart's only owner, or at least.
Hey everyone, I'm Calvin with Southern Country Living.
And I'm Marie.
We hope everyone's doing great today. We want to wish everyone a happy Father's Day. And I hope everyone stays cool today. Our temperatures lately have been in the 90 degrees every single day for the last 4 or 5 days. And looking at the weather forecast for the next 10 days, looks like it's going to be in the 90s again. So it's really hot. We hadn't had any rain this last week. So grass is not growing, and I didn't even cut grass this week. But so we're going to go ahead and get this Sunday chat started. We appreciate you joining us this morning. And Maria's going to do the devotion first. And this week it's on Matthew 5:5.
And it's on humility. Meekness is a quality that is definitely not touted as something today's women should strive for. No, women are told to be strong, powerful, and assertive. Those are the women who make a mark in the world. Except that's not what Jesus says. He says that a meek, humble person who puts other needs ahead of her own will be blessed. Just as always, Jesus' teaching is focused on love for others and for God. Of course, this doesn't mean a woman can't be self-confident, but not at the cost of disregarding others. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. That's Matthew 5:5. And then down at the bottom there's a little saying. It says, this is a prayer. It says, "Dear Father, show me how to be meek, while also standing firm for you. Show me how to put others' needs ahead of my own, so that your love comes through, without becoming an enabler to others' problems. It's a fine line, God. I need your help to see what it is." And then it says, "In Jesus' name, amen." So that was a little prayer, and I agree with that little prayer too. Women, today we want to grow our children up to be strong and self-confident, but what I think Jesus is saying here, but also be humble and be meek, and also do it with in love, and don't try to push everybody out of the way to get ahead, but show that love of Christ, and but also be strong and self-confident women. So I think that was a good scripture reading today for all of us women and men too. We need to be strong and confident, and but just not push everybody out of the way to get ahead. And but today we're not taught that a lot of times. Women today are taught to be strong and assertive and powerful, and even at the expense of others. But Jesus doesn't want us to be like that. He wants us to be loving and kind, but he still wants us to be strong. Okay, Calvin?
Okay, so Marie, that was a very good devotion. We appreciate that this morning. And if you'll notice, we are doing our Sunday chat today without any notes this morning. But we did get up early this morning and we went over to Hardee's. Marie was wanting to try their blueberry biscuits.
Yes.
So we picked up some breakfast this morning, went down to the lake. And now we have 3 great grandchildren that we don't get to show in the videos very often. But when we got to the Paris Lake this morning, 2 of our great-grandchildren were over there, and they were fishing. And so we got to see both of them, and it was just so exciting to get to see both of them. I don't take pictures and put on here because I don't have their parents' permission to do that. But just want to let you know it thrills us to see our little great-grandchildren, especially these, because we don't get to see them very often.
And when we first went by, we didn't notice, but Kevin says, "Hey, wait a minute." So he backed back up and he said, "Hey, Briar Rose." And so she waved at us as we were going by. She recognized us. And so when we backed back up, I believe Kevin said, "Hey, Briar," at first.
Yeah.
But then he asked her grandfather what she liked to be called, and he said Briar Rose. So then Kevin said, he redid it, and he said, "Hey, Briar Rose," and she smiled.
Yeah, we seen her and we got to see Eli, and both of them was just so precious, and they were standing on the lake there using their fishing rods fishing, so I hope they end up catching something.
The one that wasn't there was the baby of the
Chris.
Chris. He wasn't there, so I guess he stayed home with his grandmother. And then Eli, he's all boy. He loves to fish, and he has a little hunting rifle, but they're really careful with it and everything. And he also he's just all boy, and he made straight A's, and so me and Calvin was really proud of that when we came.
Yes. Now this past week we've done several cooking videos, and we were sitting here on I forget which day of the week it was, but we were doing the video for the potato chowder soup, and it was in the crock pot cooking, and it was almost done. And so Marie and I was talking, because we've been wanting to go up to the Smokies and go to Pigeon Forge, but the only reason we hadn't went was we were concerned that the 4.5 hour drive would just be too much for us. So we were talking, and I said, why don't we try to go somewhere that's closer to our house so we don't have to drive so far, and just stay one night and just see how we handle a short trip. And so Marie liked that idea, and so I looked, and we came up with Helen, Georgia. Now, we've been through Helen, Georgia before, but we've never been over and spent the night. And so
it looks like it's really grown too.
It has. It's almost as busy as Gatlinburg now during the afternoon. So anyway, around 3:30 that evening, I got in there on the computer, and I got to looking, and I was able to find us a cabin that we could stay in. And it cost us a little more to get this particular cabin, but by getting this cabin, it was right on the river. And I told Marie, in case we're too tired to walk on the streets, I said we can stay in our cabin and watch the creek and see people going down in the tubes. Yeah. And that's how it worked out, didn't it, Marie?
Yeah, and it was steady all day long. People were tubing, and so it was interesting to see them. They were going down the river, and they were waving, and they were just having fun, and so it's a good way to cool off. But me and Kevin, we didn't think we wanted to get in a tube and go down the river that day, so we'll have to save that for another trip.
But anyway, we had a real good time. It was relaxing for us. To be honest with you, the 2.5 hour drive did get both of us pretty tired. So it was nice to be able to sit there on the deck. It was nice and shady and cool. And if we need anything to drink or anything, we could just walk right into the room and get what we needed. But we could sit right there and watch all the people going down the Chattahoochee River.
And surprisingly, there were no mosquitoes. I didn't get bit by a mosquito once. And believe me, if there's a mosquito around, he will find me quick. But there were no mosquitoes at all, and I still don't understand why. But with all that water around and everything. But anyway, I was proud of that.
Yeah, that was nice. No mosquitoes.
Yeah, you can even. So
our plan was, when we got up the next day, we were going to go up to the town part and walk through the town. But as we got to talking about it, because we was pretty sore the next morning, because there was a lot of steps there in the cabin.
Yeah, that was the minus about it.
Yeah, so as we talked about it, we said, well, if we do go walk downtown, we're going to be so physically exhausted, then the drive home is going to be hard on us. So we decided we just wouldn't walk downtown. So we just drove through the town and tried to get some more video of that morning. But then we just went ahead and made our trip home. And it turned out to be a good trip. We enjoyed it, didn't we, Marie?
We did. We had a good, I guess you call it, vacation for one day. It was really fun, though.
Yeah, and we didn't spend too much money. Just a one-day trip. But don't cost a whole lot to do that, does it, Marie?
No.
So I enjoyed it. Okay, and then when we got home, we did end up going Thursday, I believe it was. We went and met our family at the Mexican restaurant and had lunch that day. But also that day, Marie did a trip to Hobby Lobby. So we do have a video for that trip to Hobby Lobby, and that'll be coming out Monday evening, right? That's our schedule?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you'll get to see that Monday. And she did buy quite a few things. We hadn't put anything out yet, so it wouldn't show on this video yet. But you'll see her little Hobby Lobby shopping trip Monday evening. Okay, Marie, let's, I don't have any notes, but let's pull up our videos that we did last week, and we'll talk about them for just a minute.
Okay, before you start that, Calvin, I want to thank Jean for sending us a late anniversary card. It says, "Glad you had a good anniversary dinner. My husband and I would have been married 68 years, June the 9th. And so we just thank Jean so much for this card and thanking of us. And we know that she had a good long marriage too of 68 years. But her husband, she says, has passed away now. And so me and Kevin just want to say to all the widower ladies out there, and men also, that we know that that's hard to go on without your spouse, but we have a lot of strong people out there, and we know that even though it's hard to go on like that, you push through each day and just get through it. And so anyway, we just thank Jean for thinking of us.
Okay, we sure do. Okay, so last week we did, I believe we did 5 videos, Marie. And the first video we did last week was our Sunday chat.
Yeah.
And that Sunday chat was one where we did a tribute to Gus.
Oh, yeah. That's really was a sad time, wasn't it, for all of us? Because he was just like a member of the family. I watched him when he was a baby a lot for Kim, and he just remembered us all the time. Even sometimes we wouldn't see him for months, but he still, he recognized us all throughout his whole life. He never forgot who we were, did he?
Yeah. During COVID, there was a long time that we didn't get to see him.
And he,
Okay, and then the next video we did last week was the salmon pasta salad. Now, I know a lot of people don't like salmon.
And I'm one of them, but Calvin's salmon was delicious, and I ate every bite of it.
Well, we love salmon patties.
Yeah.
And we've always made those, but just cooking salmon itself, we don't do it a whole lot. But our daughter Cynthia's been eating a lot of salmon lately. She's trying to be on a healthier diet, and she keeps encouraging us to do things like that. So we did the salmon, and I enjoyed it, and we had some salmon left over.
Yeah.
So for our next video, we did pan-fried salmon with rice and sauteed squash and zucchini.
And I really enjoyed that sauce, zucchini and squash sauteed. That was really good.
Yeah, Marie loves squash and zucchini, so she really enjoyed that meal. Okay, and then the next meal we had was the slow cooker potato chowder soup. And that's the one where we decided to take off up to Helen, Georgia. Yeah,
and that slow cooker potato chowder soup, it was really delicious. Even though it was kind of warm weather we were having that day, it didn't bother me a bit, did it you?
No, not a bit. And so now, and the best part about it, we made it that evening. and we ate, and I put it all in a good airtight container, put it in the refrigerator. And I told Marie, I said, now we're going to go up there, we're going to drive up to Helen tomorrow, and we'll be coming back the next day. And I said, when I get home the next day, I'm going to have some of this potato chowder for a meal. And so when I did get back, that's exactly what I had. And I had some bacon to go with it and everything. And it was just as good then as it was the first day.
And maybe a little better.
Yeah, possibly. Okay. And then, of course, the last video we did this week was our trip to Helen, Georgia. And it was sort of a long video. I think it was about 30 minutes. And I've been trying to keep our videos around 20 minutes. I hate for them to stretch out to 30 because I realize that's a long video to have to watch. But we covered so much territory with that particular video. It did go 30 minutes, but I hope y'all enjoyed it. Yeah. I used a little bit different music than what we normally use. And I've been experimenting with some different music. We get all of our music from Epidemic Sound. And that's a subscription service. We have to pay about, I think it costs us $18 a month to use music from their service. And if there's any YouTube channels out there that want to use Epidemic Sound to get your music, I'll leave a link in this video here. All you got to do is click on it and go over and sign up for it. And then you can use their music on your videos, and it's not copyrighted. And so we enjoy that. Now sometimes when we're in a restaurant and they're playing some really good music, it's hard for us to record, because if you record that good music, you'll get a copyright strike. And I think if you get 3 of them, they want to terminate your channel or something. You know, YouTube don't like those copyright strikes, do they, Marie? And we did have one copyright strike a long time ago. And so to keep it from counting as a copyright strike, I wanted to leave that music on there. So what I did was I just signed the agreement, and I let the people that had made the song, they got all the money from that video, which it wasn't a lot of money, but still, you know, to
if
them.
They get a lot, you know, it counts up.
And, but, you know, the main thing was we got to leave that music on our video without having to get a copyright strike for it. But, okay, so that was all of our videos we did last week, Marie. We do have a video coming out for tomorrow, Monday evening, where Marie went shopping at the Hobby Lobby. And we've got 2 or 3 things planned for this coming week. Hopefully we can get all these things done in this heat. The way it is now, it's real easy for people to get dehydrated. So let me
I
get
have a problem with that, and so does Calvin. So, you know.
And you see me drinking my drink right now.
And I'm doing the bad thing. I'm drinking coffee from Hardee's.
Yeah, but you'll be drinking some electrolytes in a little while.
I will be.
But we did order, Cynthia had encouraged us to order some of the LMNT mixtures. And it's an electrolyte drink that has a lot of salt in it. And so Marie tried a couple of them about 2 weeks ago, and she liked the taste of them. They were good, and they did help her to keep from being dehydrated. So we ordered a pack of them, and she's going to drink them in a small quantity. She's not going to drink a lot of them because they do have a lot of salt, and you don't want to run your blood pressure up. Me and Marie both have problems with high blood pressure, so we have to watch blood pressure. We have to watch dehydration. We have to watch our hips and our knees. And so we have to watch everything. But we're both 71 years old.
And we're still in pretty good health, although it may not sound like it. But we have a lot of good days.
We're trying to take care of ourselves. We'd like to see 72 and maybe a few more on top of that, wouldn't we, Marie?
We would, wouldn't we?
And so as long as we can, we want to keep making the YouTube videos. We've had quite a few new subscribers lately, and we just want you to know we appreciate everyone. We've got people that's been watching us for 6 years or more, and we appreciate them, and we appreciate, if you just started last week, we appreciate you just as much. So anyway, we love everyone. Y'all have a great Father's Day today, and y'all have a great week, and we will see you on our next video.
Yeah, and we're going to be celebrating Father's Day over at my daughter's house today, and so what I'm contributing to the meal is I'm going to make some potato salad. Usually everywhere I go, people want me to make my potato salad, so I'm going to be making that, and I think that's all I have to make because some other people are making some dishes too, and so I'm looking forward to that this evening. And so like Kevin said, we wish all the fathers a happy Father's Day, and just everyone have a great day today. And we know that it also can be a sad day for us that don't have our fathers here, but we just push through those kind of sad moments and try to be as strong as we can and enjoy the day the best we can. And so y'all do what you love and love what you do, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.